What is going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to cover the reverse lunge, dumbbells by your side, holding two dumbbells by your side, reverse lunge. Really, it's the same kind of form for any reverse lunge, but in this video, I'm going to cover reverse lunge and not only how to do it, but common mistakes I see and how you can fix them and avoid them. So let's go over it. Need some dumbbells. Forgive me, I've been filming these videos for like almost an hour, so your boy's kind of tired. All right. What we're going to do starting is, right now, I almost start every single video with this, but it's because it's vastly important. Brace your core, okay? So if somebody's going to punch you, brace your core. Stick your stomach out, brace your core. From there, it's simply just taking this step back, staying on your toe back here, okay? So make sure you guys can see. Stay on your toe on this back leg, stay on your toe. Try to hit that back knee, come back up. If you can't hit your back knee, that's fine. Just get a nice lunge. One more time. There, right back up, right? So that is the reverse lunge. Now, let's talk about it. The big thing I see with the reverse lunge is when people do it, their first most common mistake, they don't step back far enough. They're too here, and they try to do it like this. I'll show you on this side too. They try to do it like this, right? Get that foot a little bit farther back, okay? So if you're starting here, take a little bit bigger step, especially if you're tall like myself. You need a little bit more room. Take that step and then come right back up. This is important because if you watch my knee, okay? So I'll go this leg. If I don't take a big enough step back, my knee travels really far forward and my heel comes off the ground. To mitigate that, that's why you go back a little bit farther, okay? So my knee is not so forward, not that your knee going forward is not a bad thing, it has to go forward, but if it's to the point where your heel is coming off the ground, that's not good. You wanna keep this front foot flat. And a lot of the times by how to do that is just take a little bit farther step back so you're not so forward this way, okay? So that's one big thing I see right there. The next thing I see is people, I'll show you from this angle, they get here, but they're too narrow, right? They take a step, but they're too narrow, so they're all off balance. Just take this foot a little bit back into the side. Don't think, right over this foot. Back into the side. That will give you a more stable base to work from, okay? Again, back into the side. That will give you a more stable base to kind of pull from, to push from. The next thing I see is when people do it, normally they're trying to go fast, but when they go back, their knee comes in and they come back up. The knee comes in, come back up. Make sure this kneecap stays over your second, third toe, okay? So when you do it, make sure we're keeping this knee out. Don't let it come in. Keep that knee out over your second or third toe. You should feel this in your butt too. When you push back up, you should be pushing back up through your butt, right? Come back up from this side. Take that step. Don't let that knee come in. Keep that knee out. Push right back up through this side of your butt, okay? Another mistake I see is when people do it, everyone says stay tall, stay tall, stay tall, keep your chest up, and that's totally correct. But one of the problems is when they do it, they try to stay so tall that, watch my low back. They try to stay so tall that they actually arch their low back, right? Because they're trying to keep that chest up so much, but then they arch that low back. Have a nice braced core, okay? This comes in line with keeping a braced core, but if you just try to arch and stay up tall, you're gonna arch that low back. So give yourself almost a little bit of a lean forward. This is because when you do it, you'll actually maintain that nice neutral spine because you're not trying to keep your chest up so much. You're keeping your core nice and braced. Think about bringing your top rib to your belly button, okay? And I'll show you from this angle. Keeping your rib to your belly button creates this nice rigid core. Whereas if you flare your rib, you're gonna arch that low back. Keep that rib down nice and tight, bringing it towards your belly button. Don't over hunch, because then you're just arching your back again, right? But just a slight brace of this, bringing this rib to your belly button, okay? That's the biggest things I see with the reverse lunge. I would also say that when you're taking this step back, I'll show you from this angle. When you're taking this step back, if you go too far, well then you're really gonna stretch, other leg I'll show you. If you go too far, you're really stretching this hip flexor out, right? So get a nice comfortable spot where you can still do it, not be too far back, not be too far forward, but go down, right? The other thing is, if you're looking to, it depends what you want to work, right? Because you can work different things in a reverse lunge. If you're looking to work more of your quad, that's when you would actually go farther forward with that knee. And there's something wrong with that. If you have knee pain, please don't do it. But if you want to work more of your quad, that's when you would go a little bit farther forward with your knee over your toe a little bit. Make sure your heel stays flat, but that's how you would work a little bit of your quad more. If you want to work more glute and hip area, that's when you would go back a little bit more, keep that shin vertical. The more you keep your shin vertical, the more hip and glute you're gonna be working, right? You'll work some quad still, but you're gonna be pushing primarily through this hip glute region as opposed to that quad region, right? So those are different ways you can do it as well. Guys, hope this video helped. If you have a question, have a concern, want me to check your form, send it to me. I'd love to help you. Guys, we'll talk next time. Thanks so much.